Hey folks, it's Rob from Rob's Movie Collection, and I'm joining in this Super Inc. Movie Club review club. This is started by Amy McLean. It's like people get together and they do reviews for the same movie. I'm not going to try to explain it too much. She can actually explain it a lot better than I can. So I'm going to actually put the link to her video down there in the description so you can check it out. And so for this month, everyone's doing Deadpool. So Deadpool is from 2016, obviously. It's directed by Tim Miller. And it stars, of course, Ryan Reynolds as Wade Wilson, aka Deadpool. Morena Baccarin as Vanessa. TJ Miller as Weasel. Gina Carano as Angel Dust. Oh, for fuck's sake, I can't believe you're listening to this dickwad. I mean, is he going to list every person in the cast and crew? What about the caterer? What about the guy who wiped Ryan Reynolds' asshole? There really was a guy who did that, by the way. He was very, very good. Yeah, think about that. Ed Skrein as Ajax, also known as Francis. Brianna Hildebrand as Negasonic Teenage Warhead. That's a great name. I've never heard of this character, but that's a great name. And, of course, Leslie Uggams as Blind Al. Deadpool was created at a time when I was still collecting comic books, although I never really collected this comic. I was aware of him because he popped up in a lot of the X-Men comics, which I did collect at the time. He wasn't my favorite character. What? Fuck you, dude! But yeah, he was pretty funny. He was always breaking the fourth wall and, kind of doing a Ferris Bueller type thing and talking to the audience. I am so embarrassed. My bad. Here are some kittens. I like Ryan Reynolds. I've always liked him. I used to work for a temp agency where we sat in audiences in sitcoms, and I remember seeing him in a sitcom early on called Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place. And I remember thinking that he was pretty talented, so I was happy to see that he started to get some success. Of course, the first version of Deadpool in the movies was in Wolverine Origins, and I remember when I heard he was going to be in that playing Deadpool, I thought, oh, that's great. This guy would be perfect for him. He's got the humor, he's got the right comic timing. And, of course, when they ended up making him what they made him, I was kind of disappointed, and I was disappointed in a lot of comic book fans. I don't hate that movie. I just see it as a different alternate version of the character that's not as good. But, of course, then they fortunately made this, and this was a lot better. So this version of Deadpool is very true to the comic book and to the comic book character. Not only the personality, but the costume. They got the costume pretty right. It's pretty much like the comic. And that was pretty good. Oh, you like the costume, do you, big guy? Yeah, that's it. Drink it in. One of the big things about this movie, a lot of people were talking about, a lot of people were saying in forums and on the internet, was that they were so glad that it was a rated R film. It's, oh, great that it's finally we got a film the way we wanted, a superhero film that was rated R. I never really thought that was a big deal. I'm not sure why that was such a big attraction. I think it would have been just as good or just as successful if it wasn't rated R. I mean, I could use with a few less CGI blood spurts and brain matter all over the place. It's not a big deal for me. It's not like something I need. Okay, now I just think you're a pussy again. Really, what makes this film a success is Ryan Reynolds. His personality, his acting in this movie. Aw, dude! Love you too, big guy. I also like the romantic aspect of the movie. I like the relationship between Wade and Vanessa. And she's, played by Morena Baccarin. She's just beautiful and very, very sexy. Dude, that's my lady. Yeah, I'm watching you. And I like the way they get along in the movie, and that kind of gives us a motivation for what he does, aside from revenge, of course. But one of the things I like the most about the movie has nothing to do with Deadpool himself. It's Colossus.
What? I feel faint.
I love this Colossus. This is the Colossus that I was always waiting for. One of the things that I didn't like about the X-Men movies was the way they took, often they took the nationality out of some of these characters. You had Storm, who's supposed to be from Africa, but Halle Berry just played her, at least in the subsequent films, as just like an American. And then when they finally came up with Colossus, he was just a skinny kid. Well, not a skinny kid, but compared to what Colossus is. That was just from here, no accent. He's supposed to be Russian. And in this movie, we've got Colossus the way he is. This is the Colossus that I know from the comic books. He's Russian and he's big, but this is the Colossus that I've always wanted to see, and that's great. This is the one that I would have liked to have seen with Wolverine doing the fastball special. It's a little comic book geek reference for you, those of you who don't read the comics. But yeah, I was very happy with Colossus.
Shit, dude, why don't you marry him? God damn.
And Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Is it Warhead or Warrior? I think it's Warhead. I've never heard of her at all. But I liked her character, and I thought she provided a fun contrast with her, teenage attitude. To have her contrast with Deadpool and his, crazy personality and all that stuff. Some of their scenes were some of the best scenes in the movie. So overall, I liked Deadpool. Sure, some violence, a little bit too much violence sometimes. I should say, too much graphic violence for me at times. But still, I thought it was pretty good, and I do look forward to seeing the sequel. It was fun in a kind of morbid way at times, but still worth watching. And I snapped it up during the Black Friday sale last year. And yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it, and I like the little homage to Ferris Bueller at the end of the movie where he announces that Cable is going to be in the next film. So that was pretty good. Like I say, I always enjoy Ryan Reynolds, so good movie. All right, so that's my review, as it were, for Deadpool, and that my contribution to the Super Inc. Movie Club. So that was fun, and hopefully I'll be able to join in the next one. All right, I will see you guys next time, and keep watching those movies.
What are you doing? What? Oh, hey, hi, big guy. Me? No, I'm just, doing a little arts and crafts stuff here, and I'm just, are you tagging me? No, it's not a tag, not at all. This is a little expression of my, admiration for your awesome review, by the way. I mean, it was fantastic. Had me on the edge of my seat, and you're still doing it. What, me? Oh, listen, I just, have so much to express here, and, well, listen, anyway, I gotta get going, okay? A lot of bad guys to kill out there, so, all right. Okay, bye-bye. What a douche.